everyone, it's NonnaGrace, and I'm from Western New York. Today I want to talk about things that little kids are when you were young. Maybe you thought these things too. I have a list of them because I wouldn't remember, and I'm hoping I don't forget the back side of the one. I've got some stuff written also there. Magical creatures. Did you believe in magical creatures like unicorns, dragons, and fairies and think that they were real? Inanimate objects, having feelings like your stuffed animals, and that they come to life when you disappear, when you're not around. I used to think that my toys could come to life.
They do. Haven't you seen the movie Toy Story?
Yeah, I have. Superhero abilities. This is where you think you're super strong. You can fly and you can get invisible. I remember Emily saying that she would just beat him up because she thought she had superpower and she was no bigger than a knee-high to a grasshopper kind of person. Misunderstanding time. They have no idea about time or days. I think it's gone back to me because I don't have any concept of time or days anymore. I forget what day it is, but they have no idea what you're talking about. Monsters.
When you say, well, we'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow for them is in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Isn't it tomorrow yet?
Tomorrow never comes. Monsters under the bed. A lot of them believe that there's a monster under the bed. I used to believe that.
What, you mean there isn't?
And in the closet?
There's not.
No.
Oh.
Folklore and legends. They believe that if you swallow watermelon, it's going to grow in your tummy.
You're going to have a baby?
No, it's going to grow in your tummy.
It's going to grow.
Or if you tell a lie, your nose will grow like Pinocchio's nose. Don't tell a lie.
Nope.
Eating seeds, that's the same as the fruit. Like if any fruit seeds, you eat them and you think you're going to grow. They think that your parents know everything. Aren't they supposed to know everything? They know everything when they're young, but then when you get to teenage age, they think they know nothing.
But then when they become young adults or adults with kids of their own, they realize Mom and Dad actually did know an awful lot.
Yeah, that's true. When you make a wish on your birthday cake, you think that's going to come true. And if you tell it, you think you won't ever come true. So when you make a wish, do you still think it's going to come true?
Of course I do. I sure hope it comes true.
Do you have an imaginary friend? Some kids have imaginary friends, and you can't sit in that chair because my friend is sitting there. And they want an extra plate put out for that friend so that in case they want to eat, they can eat. If you draw something, you can change the reality of things.
Yeah.
Like
there's been a lot of movies made about that.
They show pictures where they draw a window or a door and they can go through it. Mm-hmm. And kids will begin to believe that that's true. Adults never being children themselves.
I was never a child.
You weren't? Let's see. On the back of this page, I have a few more things that I wanted to say. The moon is made of cheese. I even have a story where the Borreguita, yep, and the coyote, where he swims out into the lake because the reflection of the moon is in the lake, and Borreguita told him it was cheese.
What is Borreguita?
Borreguita is a little lamb.
See, I know that, but they don't know that, so we got to tell them.
Tell them that. It's a real cute story.
It is a very cute story.
They think that people that are acting together on television are actually related. Mm-hmm. Like when you did Full House, when the twins and Uncle Jesse and whoever else was on there. If you state something long enough, it could make it move, or no, if you stare something at something long enough, I can't even read my own writing. Stare at something long enough, you're going to make it move. Like if I stare at the cup or glass, it's going to move. You believe that you can do it. I think I still can do that, but it still doesn't happen. If you drain your tub when you're sitting in it, do you think you're going to go down the drain? Some people do. And
you mean we don't?
no, you don't. You won't. And
I can drain it then?
I remember how the kid from the city thought that when we milked the cow, the freshening of it, it was kind of brown, and our cow was a brown and white cow. And they said, so that's where chocolate milk comes from, a brown cow. A lot of people think that. Step on the crack and you'll break your mother's back. I used to always avoid cracks because I didn't want to break my mother's back. I still avoid cracks. I'd rather not step on them. I don't want to take that chance. So what one do you believe? And so there's also the Easter Bunny and the Santa Claus, and I won't go into those though.
Yeah.
But you have
the
some
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
She actually exists. She used to send notes to our kids.
I know, and she used to wear high heels when she would. Emily used to leave her a note with a little piece of lead. Emily used to leave a little piece of lead so that the fairy, because she was so tiny, she could actually write a note back. And then she used to test us to see if we could write as little as her little tooth fairy. And her tooth fairy left her name. She wanted to know her name one time, and she said her name was Zoe. At the time, there were no Zoes, but now on Sesame Street, there's a Zoe. And Zoe has become a name that people use, whereas before Zoe was not around when she was little.
Yeah.
Do you have something you believe or used to believe as a child? If you do.
Or do your children?
Or do your children? Yeah. Another thing I wanted to do, I should have done and I didn't do it, is every time the kids say something that's really funny, you think it's funny. Anyways, maybe you're the only one that would think it was funny. Should write it down and keep a little log of their statements, because kids do say the darndest things, as Art Linkletter. Was it Art Linkletter?
Yep. Art Linkletter.
Used to say, and he had a show of it, and they say the darndest things. Well, hope you all have a nice day, and remember to write down little things that your kids might say or your grandkids might say. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. So take care. Bye-bye.